Goal, lovely stuff from Tony and Ryan there. Exactly what we needed.
Oh yeah!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of the Pacific Pursuit, and welcome back to São Paulo, where in today's episode we have got two games coming up. The first against Fluminense, the second against Fluminense. It's the Copa Libertadores semi-final, and what a game it's going to be. We're going to go to the Maracana in the first leg against the team who have been very, very good. They managed to make that final of the Club World Cup, second place in the league, and we find ourselves in 12th place. It's not been a very good season in the league for us, but once again in the Copa Libertadores we have shown we are a very, very capable team, and this time we're going to look to go and do the same, and hopefully we can come away with a result and make it through to another Copa Libertadores final. Since last time out, it's been a bit tough really. We've had 6 games in the league, just the one win. A lot of those games we had a lot of players out on international duty in terms of how we've been doing with Brazil in preparation for the World Cup next year. 4 wins in a row against Argentina, Ecuador, Chile, Venezuela. Some very big results there. We're in a very good position in terms of the competitions outside of the league with São Paulo and also with Argentina. So we can't complain really too much about how we're doing in the first division. We cannot win the league, it's been confirmed, which is annoying really, but it's just not been our season in the league. We've already had another talk with the board, but we keep the job for now. We are actually qualified for the Copa Libertadores next year by winning the Brazilian Cup, so it doesn't really matter where we finish in the league, but it is still going to be a bit frustrating if we finish quite low. We would ideally like to finish above some of these bad results here. Top 10, I think top 10 is probably a good end to the season for us, so long as we do well in everything else. Let's just get straight into it. It's the Copa Libertadores semi-final, the first leg of the Maracana against Fluminense. Let's go. So the team for this game against Fluminense, we start with Mateus in goal, backline of Carioca, Villegas, Wallace, Sargent, Tim. We've got Bell, Garner, Fernando in the middle. Castaneda starts over Rodolfo, who needs rest in this game. McCormick on the right, and Ryan is finally up top. Kick off here in this game against Fluminense. Big game, in the first leg away from home. It'll be interesting to see what will happen here. Nearly an own goal from Villegas there, but luckily Mateus is there to save it, to deny him. I think we can come away with this result. I think we're very, very good in these competitions. I don't know what's going on in the league. Obviously, in the last 5 games, we have 0 wins. We find ourselves in 12th position with a game in hand, but still, it is 12th position. But I think against a team like this, in this competition, we're just so much more experienced, and we're so much better prepared. The quality on the pitch is undeniable, and if they just turn up today, the morale is a little bit down, but if they turn up, we should be able to come away with the result. There's an early chance here. That is definitely got to be offside. I mean, there's no flag on that far side, but the player's well ahead. He's practically with the goalkeeper at that point. We'll have to have a look at what the decision is. If this goal is given, it would be a bit frustrating. It is given, which is that is annoying really, but what can you do? I think we just need to soak up a little bit of pressure from Fluminense. They're going to want to put on a very good display in front of their fans in this iconic stadium, but we, as we've said, we have the quality. We are a very, very capable team, and we can make it through to that final where we would play against either Flamengo or ATG should we get there. So we'll have to see. We've got a little bit more attacking. We can make some changes, bring in some fresh legs. I think that's the exciting thing about going into this game, is deciding who to pick, because we have so much quality. I think they're suited for many different kind of situations, and in this second half, if we need something a little bit different, we have players to bring on, the likes of Tony. Rodolfo could potentially make a bit of a shift. It's ATG. We've gone 4-0 up, by the way, before half time. That is incredible. The score is still 1-0 here in this game, though, and honestly, that's not the worst result at home. Fluminense will definitely want to be getting a lot bigger result than they've got so far. That is a lovely ball in behind. It's not able to find Ryan, but it was a very good idea. And now it looks like Fluminense are going to look to turn this ball over. The ball is in behind Villegas. None of them have gone to cover it. The square ball in, and that's really poor defending in the end. Really, we have to be doing so much better there. We've just been broken down, and that is 2-0 to the opposition. We're going to bring off, I want to leave McCormick on. but I do want to bring I think we'll put Ryan over and then Tony in at striker. I think we do potentially need a bit more of a out and out striker, but if that's the change we can make, that's the change we can make, and we'll go and do that. We do still have some players who we can bring on. We'll have to have a look what they can go and do. You know, Bispo, who could potentially come onto the field of play here. There's different players like that who we still have, and the quality on the bench. So we'll have to see. But Fluminense find themselves in possession of the ball once again with these attacking changes. Hopefully they stimulate us going and doing something up the pitch. Here's Sergeant Tim with this throw, and you know, Fluminense playing really high here, just trying to win it back. It's the 60-minute mark. That is a loose ball, and now Fluminense just win it back, and we've got to be doing better in situations like this. Wallace, we have to retain possession there. It's really not good enough. And Fluminense, we've beaten a few teams already this season, but are they going to be the team that give us the test that's too tough for us? Who knows? We'll have to see. We're already 2-0 down here, and a lot of work to do if we want to pull it back. There's a square ball in, and that is a lovely save from Mateus to deny that third goal for Fluminense. What's happening in this other game? Is it still 4? I can't see. I want to. Does that say? It surely doesn't say what I think it says. No, I'm looking at the wrong score. Even it was 4-0 still. It is still 4-0. I thought it said 7 for some reason, but that's because we were looking at the Fluminense scoreline there. The two teams who are leading these games are leading by some margin really, but there is still a very big chance we can pull it back here. If we have to send it to penalties, we'll send it to penalties. But these are the things we have to do if we want to become champions. We'll have to see. Here is Fluminense attacking down this right side once again. It's just been constant pressure from them, and who knows, it might have to be a remontada in the second leg. Let's have a look. The chance goes in, and that's wide. Mateus has come up with the save once again. It's just constant pressure from the opposition though. We'll go and look to make some changes. I want to bring Rodolfo on, but I just don't think it's the right situation. I'm going to put Ryan in there. I'm going to put Bispo onto that left side, and we'll go with those changes. Ryan back in striker, more out and out striker. I think it makes a lot of sense to go and do that. I'm going to put Villejas into the middle. He is on a yellow, but yeah, I guess it's a reasonable change to make. And then I'm going to bring Carioca off for Moreira there. And we've shifted the defence around a little bit. The attack should be ready to go. We just need some fresh ideas. We need something different to be brought to the table. And, you know, Bispo's a very capable player. I'm actually going to put Bispo into the middle. Rodrigo out to that left side. I think it will suit them a little bit more. Here is Fluminense on the attack once again. It's a good challenge there by Hadzik. It's a ball into the middle though, and it goes through everyone. And Sergeant Tim has got a chance to make a pass here. He can knock it on to Bispo potentially, who finds himself in the middle. Tony's going to continue running here down this right side. He goes to Sergeant Tim, and that is from a chance that, you know, it was threatening the face of the goal. We've turned this over, and if we can get forward, but we don't, and we just lose out once again. And how has that ball crept through? It's a chance for 3-0 here. Mateus luckily is there, and he has kept us in this game, to say the least. 2-0. I think I said this last time, it's the worst result we could get, because 2-0 is definitely salvageable at home. We get a quick goal, and then it's just one more that we have to work towards for the majority of the game, and then potentially win it. Here's Ryan. Can we pull it back to a goal deficit? It's Tony who plays it to Sergeant Tim. Ryan is in behind here. He's cutting in. Can he have the shot? He finds Tony with the effort, and that is a goal. Lovely stuff from Tony and Ryan there. Exactly what we needed. I'm telling you, just a little bit more creative. Go and make something for ourselves. And it's Tony off the bench, the type of player you want to bring on, the quality he has, and that's exactly what I was talking about. And Ryan back into a striking position. He may have been on the left there, but that is a very good goal. We'll have to have a look what Fluminense can do in the final parts of this game. There's a ball here, and it's turned in. Would you believe it? I mean, if we can score goals like that, how we just did, there's no reason why we can't go and score some more in our own stadium. 2-0 is not the worst goal difference to kind of turn over. We'll have to have a look. At least it's not 3. But we've got to be so much better in this second leg. We do have a game in the gap. We do need to win, but we also probably do need to rest some of the players. We'll have to have a look how it goes. But the second leg, who knows? Penalties. Mateus has had a very good performance, even if he's conceded 3, and we might just need him again in the second leg. Who knows? And the team for this game, the second leg, the Modern Miss is waiting. Mateus in goal, backline of Carioca, Villejas, Wallace, Sergeant Tim, Bell, Gorner, Fernando in the middle. We got Rodolfo on the left, McCormick on the right, and Ryan up top. Kick-off here in this second leg against Fluminense. We need a much more positive start. We need to go at this team. You know, we do have nothing to lose at this point, and if we want to get through to this final, it's a simple task. We go and tie this game up and see what we can do, but maybe we've put ourselves in a position that's too difficult to come back from. Or is it? Who knows? We need to get 2 goals to send it at minimum to that penalty shootout. We've got a very, very capable team on the pitch today, most of them being rested in the last game, which we lost 3-1. It's not a good time, but if we can make it through to this final, it's a crazy thing to say really, with the bad spell of form that we're in, then we can't complain. This second half, it's all to play for here against Fluminense. It's been a very poor start really, but I think as we said, we have the quality on the pitch, we have the quality on the bench, and we can go and set up a team to go and win this game. There is a flag up on this near side, so I think this goal will be disallowed, but we'll have to have a look at what the referee says. It's just got to be so much better. The decision is goal disallowed by the looks of it. It is going to be disallowed there. The arms are not in the air for Fluminense, and hopefully we don't have to see their arms in the air. No celebrations from them. We really need to go up this pitch and create something for ourselves. There's a chance here. Sergeant Tim, where will he go? He goes to McCormick. The return ball, Garner. I don't know why we're playing balls on the volleys, but it goes to McCormick here, who finds Bell on the edge of the area. He goes to Garner. Garner, can he play a ball in behind? He does, for Ryan to get on the end of, and he scores. Lovely finish from Ryan there. We get one back, and that is surely onside. He looked like he timed his run very, very well. It is going to count as well, because we are going back to the centre circle. That's exactly what we need. Look at this from Garner. He just picks him out. Lovely ball, and he takes it down and slots it into that bottom corner. Exactly what we needed, but we are nowhere near the finish line yet. This momentum has got to continue. We're going to make some changes here. Rodolfo off, Rodrigo on, Bell off. I'm going to bring Castaneda in, and then we're going to swap these two around so Castaneda can play the more advanced position. Very, very capable player, obviously, in that position, kind of playing as a bit of a false 9, a number 10 is what he tries to play in that position when he does come on. Here is Fluminense on the ball. Lovely work from Sergeant Tim. Just composure, composure personified. He plays it back to Mateus, and now we can build out the back here. Carioca to Rodrigo. Rodrigo just comes inside here. He's going to look to play Fernando. Fernando, can he find the ball in behind? He tries to find Ryan, and it's poor in the end really. We have so many more options, and that was probably not the best one. Can we win it back high up the field here? It goes back to the Fluminense goalkeeper, and we're cutting the passing lanes here, and we could win this one back. We're not able to. It's over to the kind of left-sided position. Castaneda, lovely work, and now it's back over to Sergeant Tim. He's going to look to advance. He finds Fernando, McCormick, where can he go? He goes back to Wallace, and now we'll get men forward. We're really going to go for this goal here, and with the way we're playing, no reason why we can't. We've had a much better second half here. Here's Rodrigo. Can he play the ball? And he finds Carioca, who's in a very tight position, but a very good position, and he has the shot, and what a goal it is from Carioca, who scores from left back. The left-sided players have just made an incredible goal there. 8 for the season for Carioca. Rodrigo, it's not the best position really for where he picks this up. Just take a look at this. He's got 3 around him, or it was 2 around him. The player just dropped off there. He cuts in, and that is, the left back should not be making runs like that. That is incredible. We're back to 2-2 here in this game, but the job is not done, and Fluminense can definitely go and get themselves a goal here in this game if we get complacent, if we don't remain focused. As a ball out to this right side, Fluminense are on the attack, and that is into the hands of Mateus, and into the 67th minute here of this game. We're into the final quarter of the 90 minutes. Who's stopping us from going and winning this game in the normal time? I'm telling you, I told you, with no reason why we couldn't go and pull it back in our own stadium, and then we've gone and pulled it back, but will we get the winner? We'll have to see. If Fluminense could score 3 goals in their stadium, no reason why we couldn't go and score 3 as well, and if we do get the third one, then it would be a victory. In this semi-final, we'd book ourselves a place in the final, but it's Fluminense who are advancing here. The ball's in behind, Mateus with with a lovely save. We're going to look to make some more changes here in this game. I'm going to put I want to put Hadzik, but I kind of want, no, we'll put Hadzik in because the centre backs are doing all right actually. McCormick for Tony. McCormick he's had a decent game, but probably could have got a bit more out of him. We're into the final 20 minutes of this game here. We're going to offer our words of encouragement. No reason why we can't go and get a winner. We obviously have to be a bit cautious of what Fluminense can do here in this game. Maybe another defensive change would be reasonable for us. Here's Ryan, he can play with Tony in behind here. He's in an interesting position here, playing a true number 10 role, and he does find Tony in behind, and Tony, what can he do with this? As Fernando finds himself on the ball, it's a lovely ball out wide to Rodrigo. What can he do with it? He loses out in the end, but we still retain possession here, and now it's Villegas into Carioca. Carioca goes to Castaneda, and he's beating his man, and Castaneda's advancing. He has the shot. He's put it over in the end. How unlucky is that from Castaneda? We do so well in that build up, but then the final product we just lose out in the end really there. But what a performance it has been, but we are nowhere near the finish line unless we can find a winning goal here. Fluminense, you'd expect to have some final attacks here in this game. We're into 5 minutes of added time. Does it go to a penalty shootout straight away? I think it does. It does go to a penalty shootout once again. And how many times have we had success in these penalty shootouts? Countless times. Can we go and do it again? We know exactly the drill at this point. We have the home advantage. Pick your spot. And we've got the fans on our side as well. They'll try and not distract us. We'll go and I've sped that up. And Ryan has gone the way of the keeper. I've sped that up a bit too much, which is not what we want. The first penalty is saved for São Paulo. We've been in this position before where we've had penalties saved. The next penalty is into that bottom corner for Fluminense. Will we be able to get lucky? Well, not get lucky, because we do very well in these shootouts. We have missed the first two penalties. It might not be enough here in this shootout. The next penalty for Fluminense. Mateus cannot get there. It's Rodrigo with the next one. Can he put his away? The penalty from Rodrigo is put away. And now we need a save from Mateus, if there's a time for him to make a save to keep us alive here. The penalty, it does go in, and now we have to score. If we miss here, we will go out. Those first two penalty misses, they might have ruined us. They might have ruined our chances of making this final. But what a performance it has been, a spirited performance no matter what happens. And who knows, maybe it could be a save here. We need 2 straight saves now from Mateus to keep us alive. If Fluminense do score here, then we will go out at the semi-final stage and won't be able to complete that defense. Mateus is sent the wrong way, and not this time in the penalty shootout. It's unfortunate, it's disappointing, but we do lose out here in the semi-final of the Copa Libertadores. So once again, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It's unfortunate we go out, but what can you do? I'll leave it this out to you, and I'll see you for the next episode. Thank you, bye bye.